Hello and welcome back to another episode
I had like this old.
of...
It was like an old.
Oi, we're
Like
started, my boy! We're not talking... Wait, what are we even talking about?
I don't know.
Right, we're on.
Yeah, we're
It's like
on.
a really nice backdrop. Oh,
Look,
let me pull that up. Oh shoot, I only have single monitor right now. I'm just using like the single like Dell
Bruh.
4x3 monitor.
Well,
Alright.
good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Apple Talk, and it's episode 10. And I think Charlie has quite an important announcement for.
No, we're not getting to announcements yet. We have a whole topic dedicated to that.
Yeah.
We're just seeing how everyone is tonight. Logan's been pestered by his brother. Piss off, Mini Logan!
We've also offered him a cash award if he keeps on his camera and his microphone.
Oh yeah, but he hasn't, clearly.
Because
We want to document his brother's mischievous acts live.
Jesus Christ! It's like he has a freaking magnetic attraction of me. God.
Just lock the door.
which
idea.
state do you live in?
I'll just make noise
I
outside.
think he lives in, like, somewhere with farms.
Hey, at least
Toto,
this
we're
one
not
actually
in
has a
Kansas anymore.
My other one
If
didn't.
you lived in Alabama,
Anyway.
it makes sense.
Where do you live, Logan?
I do not live in.
What
Alabama,
state?
No way.
Is that him like in
Missouri.
here screaming?
Oh, he lives in Missouri.
No, that's. I could hear that too, so it's not. It's not him.
Okay.
I
But,
can't hear it through Discord.
Yeah, anyway, we have a couple topics tonight, but before we get to those, we're now going to do what Henry said, which is go to the pre-show announcements. And we have, like, 3. And I think the first one, I don't remember if we all agreed to this. Did we all agree to this? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know, I agree to it.
What about you, Luke? Don't say
was
it out
alright.
loud, but just let me know if you agreed to it before we do it. I'm taking that as a yes. Okay, so the big announcement that we have is Logan. Congratulations, you're now host. Welcome to Apple Talk. You're the best. Welcome to the best podcast about apples and talks. I don't know. I don't remember if Luke said yes. I believe he did. He's pretty neutral with everything, so yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. We'll be giving you host
really
and
appreciate
show
that,
access and whatever later on, and we're also going to give you private access to the DM. But yeah, welcome, because you've kind of joined us literally every episode, so why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say it took you guys long enough.
Yeah, even Duke said that.
Duke agrees with you, to be fair.
Yep. Yeah, that's the first one. The second one is kind of
really appreciate
important.
that, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. The second one we wanted to go over was, I believe it was, we're also going to be starting this new thing called Seasons. Basically,
Yeah, I
after
think
every...
people understand what seasons is, Charlie.
Huh?
I think people understand.
Yeah, but we have to tell them specifically what our version of Seasons is like. But basically, yeah, everyone knows what a season is. It's basically like a certain amount of episodes in a show that are bundled together or whatever. But instead, we're every 10 episodes, we're gonna have it. Every 10 episodes counts as a season in Apple Talk. And after every season, we sort of change things slightly. For example, we're gonna probably gonna change the intro music, small little things like that. Most of the shows is just gonna be the same. Episodes will still be counting up. For example, season 2 will start at episode 11 and go to 20. And whatever, you get the drill. And then eventually at the, what else? There's one other thing.
Or I was gonna say something else you could do is you could do like Apple Talk number whatever, but it could be like episode 1 of season whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it still like counts up, so you can still tell like which number it is or something like that.
I think basically that. So I think the biggest effect that seasons are going to have is
the gap between.
Yeah, there's gonna be like, I don't know, what is it, like a 3-week gap or so? We haven't figured out how long the gap will be.
I think it'll be more. Well, because of the time of year we're in, it'll probably be more 5-week gap because we go live every Saturday, and I think every the Saturdays this year is Boxing Day and New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So we kind of, I'm just going to look at the calendar quickly, but basically, this is sort of, because running a Saturday night podcast continuously is slightly tiresome, and I bet you can all understand that. So basically, we're just going to figure that out. Most likely, like 3 or 4 weeks it's going to be, because Because if it's 3 weeks, then we started off on January 2nd of next year. So
you're saying you're taking off like the Saturdays or whatever that are like Christmas and New Year's and stuff?
no, yeah, it's basically that. It's kind of an excuse to do that. Basically, just seasons are gonna be 3 episodes are just gonna be cut off, and then we start the next season. But yeah, we still haven't figured it out. But we'll update you in the Mac and Chat Discord. No, fuck, not Mac and Chat. Do not say the cursed name.
No.
You fucking idiot!
No, I've said it. I've said it. I have to end myself now with a thing.
No, we have to restart. Damn it, Charlie. No.
End me. Ah!
Hold on. Oh no.
Wait, someone's gonna meme that now, aren't they?
Goodbye, everyone. It's been a good run.
It's time to make the sacrifice.
Bye, everyone. It's been a good. You've just had a saw. Oh man. I'm gonna end myself by doing the classic attention syndrome.
I've got a tiny little razor blade.
Tiny little razor. I was just joking about suicide and Luke left. Aaron has been summoned.
Oh no.
Oh no. Actually, fun fact, Aaron and the entire AppleTalk Mac and Chat people, they're actually all banned from this channel. I mean, right when we started, I made sure that their users were banned from chatting. So yeah, no dealing with them ever. And also, seasons will make the episodes more organized, and also it'll give us more organization in them.
It'll also give us time to revitalize between them because doing it every week, and as Charlie said, it's actually quite time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so we'd have time to actually recharge, actually get better ideas. Because I mean, even though we're a lot better than Tech in Chat was, where we actually make up our own ideas before
we actually stream regularly.
Yeah, the ideas aren't as good as they could be because it's every single week. So if we have that time period between different seasons, we can make up better ideas without that time.
And the one thing I noticed too, sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's fine.
It seems a lot like we've been just sort of like reusing the same general topic ideas, but like just changing.
No, we've just stolen. I've just stolen, like at least for tonight, I've just stolen 1 or 2 topics from our old Mac and Chat topic list because they don't care. They're never streaming, and they've already done them. And who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? They're good topics, and I couldn't think of anything else.
Did they continue Mac in Chat under their own thing, or did they just completely end it?
I think they just ended it. They're never gonna stream again.
I can't remember what they did.
There's no possibility at all that they're gonna ever stream again. It's just impossible. They'd never.
No, it's a tiny possibility, and I doubt it very much as well.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, that's all there really is for.
Oh yeah, I did have one thing to say. So recently, a few people on the Discord channel know that I recently bought an iPhone 12.
I think.
Yes. So
funny enough, my mom actually bought an iPhone 12 as well, and I got to look at it a little bit, and it's actually a really nice phone, but it's not.
Funny thing is, compared to Charlie's, this is a higher spec model. Well, it costs more. It costs more than Charlie's.
No, because of AppleCare.
Yes, because of AppleCare.
But who the hell cares? AppleCare is useless. It's so garbage. You still have to pay absurd prices for things.
For someone like me who actually repairs their own devices, yes, it is useless. But for what I'm doing, which is trying to sell it, it's actually quite good.
Why would I ever get AppleCare for anything?
Personally, well, if it was in your dad's iPad case, it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, definitely. That was a $600 mistake.
I would say if anyone is getting or thinking of getting an iPhone 12 generation phone, go for Charlie's 12 Pro Max. Don't go for the regular 12 because I came from the 11 Pro Max. It's a smaller phone. It's noticeable in the hand. It's
the battery's worse.
The battery's shit on that phone.
It's slightly better on the Pro Max. At least compared to the 11 Pro Max.
Also, the Pro Max has got the better camera.
Yeah, it's got better image stabilization, larger sensors. I mean, the actual camera hump itself is physically larger than on the smaller phone. Yeah. But I think we might save this topic for season 2 or something. But
what, 2021?
It really depends on sort of what you really expect and need out of your phone, because as somebody like me who never uses it and prefers like a smaller device that is easier to hold and to carry when I do use it, I would go for something like a 12 or a 12 mini if I were to buy one.
Yeah.
12
But
is
it's,
exactly the same as a
for
12 Pro,
example,
right?
yeah, but if you're like Henry, for example, and you prefer bigger phones, then you go for the 12 Pro. That's why there's different models, because there's different sorry, having a stroke. There's different preferences for phones. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I use my phones quite a lot as a more secondary camera. So it makes sense to have the one with the best camera.
Oh,
I mean, I do have
Yeah.
this big bastard,
fuck.
but as I found out earlier, it's quite hard, quite easy to damage.
Oh yeah, you damaged the UV filter. And you thought it was the lens. I told you it was the UV filter.
I got lucky there.
I told you it was a UV filter, but you didn't believe me. Anyway.
No, you said a protector.
That's the same thing! They just call it a UV filter because it's fancy, special words that... fuck.
Yeah, I need to get a DSLR camera one of these days. The only real camera I have is like this cheap old little point and shoot thing that doesn't even, it has shitty, very bad microphone. And,
Yeah, but
it
that
doesn't
thing.
really shoot past.
Yeah, that thing's
Yeah.
got a.
Oh.
Oh my god, that thing's got an 18 to 270 lens, which is over.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't need it.
Yeah, I'll
unless
show
you're
you. Here, 1 second, please.
Unless you're doing
basically,
radical.
all I really use for audio and video equipment on my channel is basically, I don't know, I do it very simply because, first of all, if I were to use that thing, I'd probably have to just like lower the output quality to something like, because this is an iPhone SE. This does 1080p video, 60 frames per second. It's basically
Doesn't it do 4K?
Yeah, it does 4K, but at that point it's basically just upscaling it, and my computer probably can't even really edit 4K that well anyway. But as far as audio goes, I use this. This is just a standard small shotgun
like a
XLR
vibrator.
microphone that I plug into.
Oh, okay.
And then I can still use. I'm using this one right now. So. Yeah.
I'm not
But
Look
using
at, look at my mic. Look at this thing. It's my micro mic. It's about the size of my finger. It's about the size of Jack's wiener. It's
I
very
would
small.
love to be using this, which is my Rode Video Mic Smart Lav, but
I kind of want one of those. Those are nice.
I
yeah,
need to get
these
a
are brilliant.
This thing actually works with iPhones if you have a special adapter. But I mean, no, it's just a Lightning to USB adapter. But I don't
Yeah,
have that.
you also need a TTRS adapter if you're going to go 3.5 mil. But because my MacBook only has one input jack, it's a regular fucking headphone
11-inch
jack. It won't
MacBook
work,
life.
So I can't listen to audio and have the fucking microphone going at the same time. So I just have to use my regular phone mic. And it's a pain in the arse, but,
I don't really have to deal with plugging microphones directly into cameras, because basically how I have my setup is I have a shotgun mic off to the side of my main setup, and I have my camera, and then basically what I'll do, technically most of the time I just
You'll
don't
line up
even
the
bother
audio.
with the shotgun.
So you'll,
I
so
thought
you'll
we
just
were
line up
doing
the audio in there.
announcements.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute, but usually I just don't even I usually don't even bother with doing it, because the audio on this iPhone is pretty much superior enough that it's not really gonna annoy anybody to listen to. But I definitely use this here, which is just the standard XLR interface. This is a very cheap one. It's only like $50, and as you can see, I have my XLR input from the mic and
I need one of them.
yeah, this one here in specific was like $50 off of like some site, and it's pretty good. But yeah, basically then what I do is I just export the audio from this, and I just go in and spend like 20 minutes like freaking lining up the audio. But when it works,
lining up
it
the
turns
audio is an
it's
absolute pain
pretty
in the
good.
arse. I know from old series of mine that are long gone.
Yeah.
I'm having to do it for
Yeah.
the DeLorean review, which is next weekend. I cannot
nice.
fucking wait. I cannot wait.
Oh yeah, that's convenient because we're doing seasons now, so you're not missing an episode.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I'm not missing out next
Yeah.
week, am I?
Yeah.
Wait,
Anyway,
hold on. So, do you have the DeLorean already, or are you getting it?
he owns a DeLorean. It's in his basement.
Getting it next week.
Awesome.
Anyway, I think we're done with pre-show announcements. We kind of trailed off to a completely different topic, but that's kind of what happens.
Did I miss anything?
Pre-show thing.
You know,
I was gonna say,
you missed nothing.
I was gonna say one last thing, and then we
No!
can backtrack. But like on the topic of sorry. Usually though, like most like in Premiere, you can just simply like select your video and your audio track, and then it will automatically.
You can't do that in iMovie. The only reason I
You
use
can't do that in
iMovie, by
iMovie.
the way, is because I'm too cheap to buy Final Cut Pro.
Final
at
Cut's
£3
overpriced,
fucking
though.
pounds. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's
I'm
ridiculous.
not paying that.
Anyway, though, sorry, Charlie. Let's go ahead and get into the real show.
Okay.
Yep, let's
First
get into
actual
the real
topic
show
we
with
gotta
topic number
do.
one.
Yeah, first
And then-
actual
and
topic
then
we're
we'll return
doing.
to the
If
Mac
it's
and Charlie
stolen,
will make
I do not have
sacrifice
any
after.
regrets.
No, I'm just kidding.
What would Apple be like if we were in charge?
Ooh,
It's a good question. So basically, so basically, think of it. If you were Steve Jobs, what would you do? Or Tim Cook, I don't know.
Here's an idea. Should we do one as just us as individuals, and then another round as us four as the leaders of Apple?
Sure. So I guess I'll let I don't know who wants to start.
I'm not going first. No way.
I don't know.
Fine, I'll go first.
I don't want to go first.
If I went
Okay.
first, okay, if I was
No,
CEO of
Enzo already
Apple,
fucking knows
I
what
would
we've done.
bring back the education line of Macs and bring in a new education line, like a special education line of tablets, like the ePad or the eMac or the something like that. Mainly because Chromebooks suck, and I'm sick of them. I'm sick of seeing them prevail, and I'm sick of seeing people suffer over them. So basically what these would be is they'd be like basically essentially the eMac, except of the modern day. So it'd be like an iMac, but it has like maybe a 17-inch screen. It's all plastic, but it's still got like the same small design. It says like, I don't know, base level processors, whatever is good enough for schools. And then for like the iPad, it would surprisingly be like plastic back or something. Something really cheap that could compete with other devices and win. And I thought that would be an interesting thing to add in. And also, I would bring back, I would allow repairs on iPhones and stuff, make it easier. I would
Yeah,
no.
That's an idea.
And I'm also gonna provide repair guide. Let me just give you an example, because like, look, I have this. Where is it? I have a manual to this Duo dock from like 20, 30 years ago. In this manual, which is from Apple, literally Apple branded, came with the computer. It actually has guides on how to take it apart and how to upgrade it. So why can't modern Apple do that, you may ask? I don't know, but look at this. It's beautiful. It shows you how to open it, and they actually made it easy to open. It encouraged you. But
Whereas, for example, in my iPhone SE, if I open it up, it's just a bunch of information about the fucking phone itself, nothing about how to open it up, about repairing it.
it's all
Absolutely.
useless warranty information that you're never gonna read.
Pretty much.
Kind of a waste of paper, if you ask me.
Legal stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
We're all about the environment. What about trees? Fuck
Oh,
them.
and then this stupid power brick thing. Oh, that's so stupid.
That was pathetic. I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, indeed.
Because what are you? Okay, quick rant. What are you gonna do? So I was an old phone user using one of these things. I was using a USB-A brick. Now I'm moving to one of these. What do you expect I do? I have to buy the adapter, and also if I had one of these and I was using the adapter from this, it'd be a slow charger. But this one came with a fast charger last week. They didn't even change the price of this, make it lower. They kept it the same, so it's the same price for the same phone
you
as
think
last
they actually
year.
made
But
the
now it
11
doesn't
Pro
come with a
more?
brick.
Yeah.
Why is that?
You know, and here's the way I look at it too. Even if they're saving the environment by selling the charger separately,
They're not.
and
They're not.
yeah, if let's say they are, then if you buy the phone, most likely you're gonna say, "Screw this! I'm just not gonna use their special USB-C to USB-A." Given that I'm not an Apple fanboy and I don't own the MacBook Pro, and I'll just use a standard old charger. But then they're wasting the environment because there's that charging cable that you're never going to use. It's just sitting there, and that was wasting
Exactly.
plastic, and therefore, yeah.
And then there's
But
another
then again,
thing. There's another
Let's
thing.
say the
as
other way
well.
around. Let's say it the other way around. let's say you buy the actual charger.
You have to.
And then
The
you waste
environment
more
is
plastic
impacted
too.
because there's more packaging from that charger that Apple has to make. There's more gas being wasted from whatever truck has to haul it over to the Apple store. All they're doing is making money. This is not environmentally efficient at all. If you just included
Plus,
it into
here's
the
the way I
box,
look
it
at it.
makes so much
If
sense.
they're gonna save the environment, get rid of the charging cable. Just sell the damn phone. Package the phone in a freaking paper bag. Get rid of all the bullshit packaging.
But then
get rid of it.
reduce the
Just give us the
price.
phone. Save.
No,
That's how you
Charlie,
save the
I don't-
environment.
You know what, Charlie? I don't get why the hell you Americans use petrol gas because you're calling a fucking liquid a gas.
What do you call it?
Petrol.
The fuck is that?
Petrol.
That's the fucking liquid. Why do you
Screw you.
Why do you call a liquid gas? Like, you
Who
just
cares?
Well, actually,
America's
we should-
big brain. We measure things with our feet. We literally, I mean, we measure in feet. The freezing point of water is
We measure
32
in feet
degrees.
as well.
Answer that, science.
But you're calling a fucking liquid gas.
Water freezes
It's
at 32
gasoline.
degrees, not 0.
Yeah, but you shorten it to gas. Liquid into gas. Doesn't make sense.
We measure things by yards,
I
but
think
it's
them
not actually the length of a yard.
Imagine like if the length of a yard was actually the length of like a standard yard.
I think
If it was based off
Scotland,
of my yard, like a single yard would be like freaking like.
in Scotland they actually used to measure using the entrails. That's true.
I didn't even hear that.
They used to in Scotland. They used to measure with the entrails of sheep.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we have gone really far off topic, haven't we?
Yeah.
Let's get back. To
Anyway, who wants to be Apple CEO next?
Me.
All right, Logan, what do you
So-
got?
So the first thing I do if I were the CEO of Apple is I'd start by I'd get rid of all the advanced models. I just have one basic model, maybe two, to give some variety. I would also lower the price.
So remove all variety.
To where they're actually affordable by normal people, and then I would also I would probably start by also thickening back up some of the laptops and maybe putting some more actual useful ports on them, like people have been demanding for years.
thickening.
I'd also, yeah. No,
Why?
no. Because why not?
Because why? Because it makes it harder to carry. It makes it more.
I think people are gonna love that, especially
It
the
also
media.
means. It also means you use more metal to make it, which on one computer doesn't make that much of a difference. But when it comes to the amount of when it comes to the scale that Apple sells their computers for, because they're a fashion item, it would make
Well, see-
such a giant.
It's like handbags. Who cares about how well it performs? If it's got the
thing.
Apple on it, it must be
Look at
good.
it this way: if you're selling a computer, you might save metal on that computer by just shortening the amount of ports. But you know what? In order to use to have the functionality of those ports, you're gonna end up having to use more materials to make adapters,
I said thinning
Adapters.
it. I said thinning
and then
it
you're
out.
gonna have to sell the adapters separately.
I said thinning it out, not getting rid of the ports. You could easily put the HDMI on one of the modern.
You know what I mean?
One of the modern MacBook.
You know what I mean?
MacBook
I'm not.
Airs.
Well, I'm just saying that because the point I was sort of, because like they're trying to make them so thin by killing the functionality. So I'm saying you thicken them up a bit and actually put stuff on them.
I mean,
like,
they don't even have to be
usable.
that thick anymore since they're moving to ARM processors, which are already more energy and heat efficient. So, what's the point of thickening them up if it doesn't make a difference? I mean, I've heard from a lot of people that the Mac Mini's fan is totally useless because it doesn't
The
spin at all.
functionality argument doesn't make that much sense, considering the fact that the ports are. It's not a fucking XLR jack that they're putting on a MacBook. You can easily put a fucking USB-A or
That's what I'm saying.
or an
Just put
HDMI.
like a
One of the
SD card,
modern-
USB-A, stuff like that on them. That's
So
all
you
I'm
can
saying.
easily do that on the fact of a modern MacBook Pro or MacBook Air. It's just the fact that they choose not to because they're idiots.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
why would they? They're
It's
Apple.
away.
Mhm. Which was my point. Put more ports on them, make it more make it more usable. And then
put
also-
more ports on them, yes, but don't thicken them out to put those ports on them because you don't need to. You're not stacking the ports.
Apple's gonna do that anyway.
No, they're not.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay. Anyway, though,
What?
continuing on that, simplify the iPhone product line.
Performance models.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the
I
iPhone product
probably,
line?
um,
Oh yeah, why are they
also-
still selling the 10R?
Why would you get rid of the performance models? Because if you, in every single walk of fucking technology or anything like that, there is performance models. Okay, let me put this
I
into.
never said get rid of it. I just said simplify down. You don't. I mean,
Well,
there's
what do you
nothing
mean by
about it, like,
simplify?
performance
Because
model,
there's
like
kind
the-
of an iPhone for everything. There's the mega cheap one with the classic design. There's the cheap one. There's the small cheap one. There's the expensive one, and then there's the big expensive one. And that's all you kind of need, and you can't really take
Well, see,
those
the problem
away.
is it's going to become just like the Macintosh line in the 90s. You have Performas, you have, Power PC, you have all these
I don't
different
think
things.
it'll
It's
get
like
that
people can't choose
expensive, though.
anymore.
Because Performas were
It's
literally
gonna- it's gonna be
stupid.
like
Like there
Windows
was
Vista.
5
Yeah.
Performa 550s, and they all were all the same, and they were all under different names.
To
and
be
they all-
fair though, it's not actually that confusing when you look at it on MacBooks or Mac sides because you've got the Mac Pro, the performance desktop, then you've got the Mac Mini, the standard desktop. You've got the MacBook Air, which is the standard laptop, and the MacBook Pro, which is the performance laptop. You need that performance thing for the higher level users. If I put it into,
I just don't understand why there needs to be like. I don't know why there needs to be like 5 different models of iPhones. I just don't understand that. But anyway,
But that's
Mm,
just iPhone.
moving
If
on.
I put it into car
moving
context,
on from that.
if I put it into a car context, look, like okay, go with let's say BMW. They've got the 3 Series, and then they've got.
He
the
doesn't know
M3s,
cars. He doesn't
because
understand.
they need to have that normal baseline version for people who just want the normal thing, and then they've got to have that faster version for the people who actually care about every single thing.
I know
That's
that.
why
But
you-
I'm saying
that's
we
why
don't
you
need 20 baseline versions and then 20 pro versions. I mean, like
Very true.
at that point, you might as well just have like an iPhone buffet. Pick your own parts. Build your own phone. You want white rice? Have white rice on your iPhone.
Enzo said he would just end Apple and give all the money to the shareholders.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
God.
thanks.
No, I don't think that'd happen
probably
ever.
about
I
the
want my
it's-
fat
it's
phone.
about
I'm not
the
gonna
money.
use an Android. Are you serious? Wait, where's an Android? Wait, I gotta get one
I
out.
haven't got an Android phone yet. Actually, yes, I do. I've got 2 of them. Yeah, I'm
Well,
switching
Charlie's
to
gone. Let's talk
Samsung
about how.
S6.
Oh, nice. With Charlie's gone, let's talk about how.
As you
quirky
can
his
see, folks. Wait. As you can see, folks, this is an Android. Wowee.
You.
An Android. You see? Want to see what I know? You want to see what I think of it? Oh shit! That
I
hit the
can't
mic.
do the same because this is one of my grandparents' phones that I've got to repair. So I envy you.
Okay, it hit the Mac TV, but it's fine. I hate this Android
no,
phone
the Mac
more
TV.
now. What is this? An
Not the Mac
HTC
TV.
something?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Charlie, which is the worst iPhone ever made?
6.
iPhone 6.
Really?
6S Plus or 6 Plus.
I thought you'd have said the 5C. Fuck's sake.
No, 6.
I don't know. I don't think the thing about the 5C is it might be a
5C
shit phone,
is
but
the
at least it
second
doesn't snap
worst.
in half when you put it in your pocket.
God, I hate these.
What do you think of this bitch then?
I
I
have
actually
one
have
of
that
those.
exact same phone.
I have that exact same phone too, and of course it's password locked. God, let me go. I don't want to get it because I have to take off my earphones again. Alright, I just gotta write on this.
First blue iPhone versus current blue iPhone. Which would you prefer?
Current blue iPhone.
Current
Yeah.
blue.
I don't know. I like the. I wish they made
Oh,
the
shit.
5C a bit better because. Oh no.
That landed on Charlie's iBook.
Oi!
Landed on your.
I don't know. I kind of sort of like the look of the 5C a little bit. It's kind of a nice looking phone. I just wish it wasn't a shithole.
Right. It's all right.
I don't know.
It feels
Yeah.
so
It's not bad.
shitty.
Mhm.
It
Oh,
feels
damn it.
so
I sort of look at the. I almost sort of look at the 5C the same way I do the classic. The classic looks good, but it works like shit. 5C looks
Yeah.
good. It is shit.
5C, the 5C just feels like a baby's toy.
Yeah, it really does, kind of.
What's he written on it? I can't see.
Android sucks.
Oh,
You're
I
blind.
really
Get
suck.
glasses.
Fucking hell.
Oh, the hell is going on with that?
I don't know.
This is my new personal phone. You like it? Okay,
I really
here's
love-
Android. Here's the garbage. I'm gonna make that a
See you
meme.
go
later.
like, well, here's what you need to do.
Here's my
Freaking
Mac Pro.
John Cena.
Here's my Mac Pro.
Oh,
Here it is on 5C.
Here's my Android, and here's
The 5C is probably more powerful than the trash can. Anyway, let's continue.
All right. What about you, Henry? What would you do if you were CEO?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I bring back right to repair. I bring in right to repair, sorry,
Yes.
as Charlie would say.
that was something I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what I was
because,
also
like,
gonna say, sorry, I was also gonna say make the iPhones a bit more modular, so you can like
They are
do a bit
modular.
more
They are
Well,
modular. It's just-
modular.
Modular, but you
modular,
can't change
modular in
anything.
a way that you can like swap parts between multiple generations.
Okay.
Sort of like Macs from like the 90s.
no.
The
almost,
interior
where you
design
can,
of
like,
an
copy
iPhone
the-
is
If they,
very
but the thing
modular.
is that if they kept the
Yeah.
design on the inside the same, you couldn't really have any room for expanding. Because the whole
That's
point,
very
I
true.
mean, they don't technically they don't really change things just to be assholes. They kind of change it
Yeah.
because it's easier to expand and make
Yeah.
it better. Because if they were constrained by keeping it the same, then they wouldn't really have any
To
space.
be fair though, the
be
the
better.
iPhones on the inside is actually designed very well. It's very modular.
Yeah.
It's very easy to
Unlike
switch
other
between.
Apple product we'll get to in a moment, but not whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
So
it'd
yeah,
be
I
really
bring,
cool. Like,
I bring in right to
It-
repair. I bring back or try to bring back expandable laptops because an SSD and RAM being soldered to the board is fucking pathetic.
expandable laptop. Actually,
you
this is
can
technically
put
a desktop.
expand cards in your MacBook Pro. New buttons in the
Oh,
MacBook
so
Pro.
stupid. Do you know what? My MacBook doesn't even have fucking. My MacBook has an SSD, but it well, an external, not an external. Has a removable one, but it doesn't have removable RAM.
Nah. That's
I hate.
lovely.
I hate.
So
that
does it
fact.
use the? does
Get
it
a
use the
Dell
NVMe and the
XPS. They
SSDs
actually
like a-
support right to repair, and it's
I
actually
think
decent.
so. I
laptop.
can't remember.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They do. iFixit
My
said
thing
so.
would be right to repair, to be honest, because well, what do
Yeah.
I do for a job?
Yeah, indeed. I don't know. I really
Acting.
think that Apple should make the phones much more easy to repair.
Yeah.
Because basically, you know, because here's the way you can look at it in a different sort of light, other than Apple just losing profits off of it. The more phones that are repaired go to more people, which therefore spreads, Apple to more people, which therefore means there might be more people who
Oh,
will buy their
I have an
products in the future
idea.
directly from
How
Apple.
about Apple doesn't have their phones break in the first place? Like for example, the screen on this thing is supposed to be extremely strong. If they just did this kind of thing on literally every component, I mean, bye repair. I mean, who cares? They could literally fill the entire thing with glue like a fish tank and seal it shut, and you
No,
wouldn't have to do
fuck.
anything.
No way.
I mean,
No.
the only
I bet
problem
you
is the
just gave
battery.
Tim Cook an idea there.
You did, you bastard. Thank you for ruining my job. Anyway.
I bet you Tim Cook is watching this live stream. Is like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
Tim
that.
Cook is one of the
One
4
thing I-
viewers in the
Just
entire
like,
world to watch.
Another thing I would do is I'd probably, yeah, I would be that I would let the actual products specs go out like
Oh,
because
God,
of the
yes.
M1 Mac.
Ugh,
Well,
they aren't
when
transparent enough with their specs, and it's so annoying.
Mhm.
And they don't
Yeah,
have to be
exactly.
transparent about it.
You
and the
can't
thing about them being like that with their specs is they think it saves them sales because
No, it
people don't know how
doesn't.
good
I
it is.
wouldn't
But listen,
buy
you
a
can't
Mac
trust it because
with.
I'm not gonna
It's
buy
like
a computer
buying.
if I don't know
It's
what
like
it
buying a
can do.
mystery box. Like you're buying a computer with mystery specs. Ooh, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be good or is it gonna be shit? I mean, just because they say it's fast, it doesn't mean
Big
shit.
bug,
I
fucking
mean,
hell,
they
sorry.
can. It's like buying a sealed cardboard box with with nothing on the side, and you're like, buy the mystery box and see what you get. That's basically what it is. It's like the lottery, and you don't know if you're gonna win or lose.
It's not like the lottery, but it's not good, is it?
It's similar. I
But
guess.
the thing is by the point that the machines are starting to sell anyway, the specs are going to come out, so it makes no real difference. The only people who
No,
aren't
it
going to know the
doesn't.
specs are going to be the
No, it
retards who buy them
doesn't.
like.
Because if the specs
Well, because people
come
will
out
make
like-
videos on them.
if the specs come out by a third party, what does that really say for the reputation of the company? Because they won't announce the specs themselves. What does that say?
They're gay.
It's kind of stupid.
Exactly. And no, they're not. No, that's not what it says, you fucking idiot.
No, you fucking idiot.
Well, I mean, technically, if you think about it, they are kind of, gay. No
Well,
offense.
Tim Cook is.
No offense, Tim Cook.
But he is. He genuinely is.
And he is. It's bad. I mean, he literally announces it like all the freaking time. He's proud of it. So, I mean, I guess it's not offensive.
All right,
So
should we get
to
on?
the next topic?
Well, should we get on with what Luke would do if he was Apple CEO? I assume he'd bring back the unibody and bring communism to Apple or something. But I'd like to see what he thinks about it.
He'd bring in the Unabomber to make the batteries.
In all honesty, I would bring back 2.5-inch drives and the removable battery, but aside from that, you lot have
Yes.
taken everything else I was gonna
Yeah, removable batteries are actually not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you get more.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you have a couple in a bag.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't get very good when you have a look at them after about 20 years and see when they've eaten through the plastic. Just like on someone's iBook, Charlie.
Yes, Logan.
Well, it's
what do you
gonna
want to say
happen.
about that? No, he
Wait,
means
what?
my book.
In
No,
general,
no.
Yeah.
thinking here.
Well, here's the thing, though. The thing is that it's gonna happen anyway. If anything, the plastic acts as sort of it sort of separates it from the machine.
Yeah.
So if it leaks, it won't get in directly onto the PCBs and stuff inside the computer, which is
It's
a good
also
thing,
the
I
fact
guess.
that batteries just will
Yeah.
leak after a certain amount of
Mhm.
time anyway. It's
I
just
mean,
it's just inevitable.
whether it's inside the thing or not, yeah, it's gonna happen. Plus, the thing too is that it's easier to stop it. Like, for example, it's not visible on the camera, but my PowerBook battery is leaking. All I had to do was click a lever, pull it right out, and boom,
Yeah.
the risk of it damaging anything inside the computer is
Same with
gone.
my iBook.
Instead
All I
of
had to do
having
was
to
unscrew
take it-
two little bits and then pull it out.
Yeah.
Trust me, that the
Whereas-
actual inside of those things, Charlie remembers that the insides of them, the plastic is silver on an iBook clamshell battery, and it was eaten through by the acid from the.
Oh
battery.
yeah, that was pretty bad. And then he threw it out
Yeah.
the window.
Yes, I did. I threw it out the window twice.
That was awesome. And then it landed in the grass.
Second time it landed on the road.
Yeah, because
So
he
that
threw
was
two out.
satisfying.
It would have been funny if it landed on the road and then, like, right after that, a car just went right over the top of it.
That'd be fun.
Oh.
That'd be
Possible
Yeah, it would
explosion.
be fun if it was if the car was coming a few seconds before I threw it.
Oh no, that's fun. Because
Hey,
when I was
I guess.
younger, my friend and I threw a big ass rock at a car. Because we used to do this thing where we just throw pebbles at passing cars because we thought it was
You
fun.
dickhead.
We had no intention of causing any harm or damage. We just thought it was fun. And then my friend comes with this big ass boulder and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do it." And I'm like, "I don't know if that's a good idea." He's just like, in mid sentence, he's just like, "Zoom!" And he hits a Land Rover in the windshield and totally shatters it. But
Why
at least
does
the
this
woman,
sound
woman
like-
was happy that my parents at least called her about it.
Charlie,
So that's
why does this sound like a Bruce Juice scenario?
no. This is literally what happened.
It does
Go
sound
check.
like it
Go
sounds
check
like-
his entire channel. This happened to me. Confirm with Stanya. This was him and I in our childhood, and this actually happened. Go look. I dare you.
I'm good. I believe you. You haven't
All right.
told me what's
Anyway,
happening.
we're gonna get on to our next topic, which is what is the worst Mac we've ever taken apart?
I've got a bad one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start because I want to rant about this boy real quick.
Oh.
The worst Mac in the history of the world to take apart, in my personal opinion, the iBook G4. This is literally the biggest load of crap I've ever taken apart, and it's terrible. The teardown isn't horrible. The reassembly is the worst part. There's like a total of 100 screws in this bastard. Everything goes wrong. It's just, it's so annoying. And then now it's finally back to. I had to put a new hard drive in this thing. I had to fix the optical drive. That's about it. Now it's all working. I just have to clean the boy up. It's still a little gross, but yeah. Otherwise, worst computer to take apart because the reassembly was terrible. I had issues with putting the CD drive back together because if you put the wrong screw in a certain place, it gets stuck, and you spend like 30 minutes trying to get it out.
MacBoy91 has said, yes, how hard does it really need to replace a hard drive?
It's a pain in the ass. So to give you an idea, you take the bottom case off, there's a shield under that, you take that off, that's already like 20, 30 screws. And then you have to take this top case off with the keyboard, airport card, another 10 screws, another shield off, which is like 10 more screws. And then you get to the hard drive, and then you have to take out like, oh, fuck, there's so many screws, like, god damn it. Yeah, it's not fun, but I looked at an iFixit guide on how to do it, and it wasn't bad. And
That's what you
make a good profit off of it.
That's what you don't call modular design.
I mean, it's somewhat modular. It just sucks to take apart. It's so annoying.
You put 4 hard drives in your G4. Jesus fucking Christ, that sounds very unreliable.
Your 12-inch G. How does that even work? There's no space in this. Even in the 14-inch, there's no space in this, unless they're like really small drives.
It probably means over its lifespan, you thick pillock.
Oh, duh. Oh, cool. Shut off.
Yeah, he means 4 died. You idiots.
Actually, fun fact about this. This is actually identical to the model I already have, which is this one. This is my boxed. This is the boxed one. It's a G4 14-inch. Let me look at the specs quickly. I'll read them off to you, but
this is gonna take forever.
No, it isn't. You just take off the keyboard. Oh. It's a 1 gigahertz, 256 megabyte, 60 gig combo drive, G4. This one's been upgraded to a 80 gigabyte. It has 1.25 gigabytes of RAM, same processor, and an Airport Extreme. The other one also has an Airport Extreme. Where does the hard drive come from? Came from a garbage Mac Mini that came from a dumpster, but hey, hard drive works. I'm not complaining. I'm gonna sell it soon anyway. Hitachi Travel Star. Oh yes.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go next. If anybody else doesn't want to.
Sure.
Probably it's not particularly a bad machine to take apart. It's more of just age and sort of just the fact of it's an old computer. But probably the worst experience I've ever had taking apart a vintage Mac is this. This is the PowerBook 160 that you guys all know.
And they're not as bad because there's not like 50 heat shields and 200 screws. But,
yeah, this machine, it's not like a bad design, I would say, but it's just the fact that it's really hard to
the brittle
put
plastics
back together and to take apart and just to mess around with because of the way it's designed in some ways, but also just because of the fact that half the plastic wants to fall apart. But especially around the hinges and stuff, it can be a pain in the ass to put back on and disassemble this because it's just crappy, and as you can see, I've kind of taped it up. But this is probably the worst Mac I've ever disassembled myself. It's not the worst Mac to disassemble I've ever owned. That would be my PowerBook G4 probably, but it's the worst Mac I've ever actually had to disassemble. Contrasting that, I figured I'd just go ahead and show you the best Mac I've had to disassemble, and that's this. This is my Mac.
Oh yeah, you don't even need screws to take that apart. You know what? I want to know what? Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna do a live disassembly of the Mac LC. Without a screwdriver. And I'm gonna do it in record time. Actually, wait, Logan, let's do a race. Let's see who can take all the components out.
Right, can I time this?
Oh, wait, I gotta put my camera down. Oh, this is fun.
Are you two ready?
Alright, so the rules are no rules.
Alright,
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
On your marks, get set, go.
Logan, look, a bird. Logan, look, your brother's coming out.
God.
Logan, look, your brother's turned gay. Oh no, I need a screwdriver. Come on, hard drive. Ah! Nope.
The penis-shaped fan will come out.
Got the hard drive out.
Now Charlie's got his drive
Yeah,
out.
I'm about to get the floppy drive out. Ah, come on, dumb bastard.
Actually, I used the plastic cable and it's just the original cable for it completely.
Got that out.
Oh my god, this is brilliant.
Ah! Okay, got that out.
This is the most... Oh wait, I actually don't have the floppy drive in here, it's just the bracket.
Boy, that's cheating.
Unfair advantage,
This is actually
That's that out. No, that's not fair! He already had the floppy drive out, which I spent like a minute on. Boy, that's not fair.
Okay.
Still got this stuff in.
Yeah, I forgot I had the power supply out. Hold on, let me reassemble it real quick. I'll put the power supply.
Charlie has one.
Yeah, Charlie has one. Okay.
Whatever.
We'll do a
Right.
rematch. I'm gonna actually put
Without
everything
the-
in the computer.
Without the power supply, that took you 46 seconds.
You want to know what? I think this could actually be the start of a new series we can do on this. Like a new segment we could do. Where we basically just like, we do like races where we do stupid shit like this.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
actually be a really good
stupid
idea, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got an idea, Charlie. Me and you could, because you've got an iPhone 7. I could buy an iPhone 7.
No, I don't want to do it on the 7. No.
We could do a race to see
don't-
who can fix the battery fastest.
I don't want to do that. Actually, we could do that on my main channel, because that would take kind of a while.
Charlie, you have
Yeah,
a
that would be
cheap
like an
extra
entire.
$100,
That would be like an entire AppleTalk episode.
No,
Yeah.
it won't. It
It
takes
would.
15 minutes to do
Yeah,
that.
for you.
Oh,
Because
it took me like 40 because the stupid old tab.
But hey, I'm up to doing races. That's fun.
You have
Yeah,
a
they're
Toshiba
actually quite
A300,
fun.
right?
Huh?
By the
You have
way,
a Toshiba
uh,
A300.
this
I think
is-
so,
This
yeah.
is just a through the power supply here. Apparently, this one's kind of rare according to Tim because it's a TDK power supply. Apparently, the Aztec ones are more common.
Mine has
but
a
yeah,
TDK.
Whatever, it's just a power supply.
Charlie,
Yours
do you
has
know how
TDK?
to get?
Yeah.
Do you know how to get to the
Nice.
Do you know how to get the trackpad off on a clamshell?
No.
Shit.
Let's look it up online.
That could have been an interesting race. Who could get to the motherboard fastest on the planet?
You know what? I actually want to start that on my channel. If we all have like a computer in common, we can all just rip it apart and
That's
see
actually,
records.
it's
I was
actually
gonna
not
say,
a bad
yeah.
series.
Yeah,
And that was all
I was gonna
all
say, I
my
know
dumb
a lot about
idea of
the
taking apart an
Macintosh SE.
LC.
I
Well,
don't
how
have a
do you
Macintosh
know?
SE.
I mean LC.
well, I know. Charlie
Oh, and I'll see
too, so
either.
that would be-
Well, we could do one on the G3. I think everyone. On the
Oh
server
God,
is-
no! I hate tearing down the G3s. Those are the worst.
What, the iMac?
Yeah.
How
Which
is the
G3?
iMac G3's
The
hard?
iMac G3?
Yeah, iMac G3s are
Oh,
the
no,
worst
I
to
don't
tear
want to do the
down.
iMac.
I haven't even fully.
Easy.
Do
The iMac?
Easy.
No, but like fully take apart.
Huh?
Like fully take apart the iMac G3.
Oh no, partially, not fully.
Yeah,
No,
I've-
but that's the
I've
whole
never
point.
taken apart mine fully.
You fully take apart that thing. It's gonna.
Aw,
take
poor
you
Finn, he's late. But welcome, Finn. And you missed the best thing ever. We did a race to see who could take apart an LC fastest. If Logan won from cheating. I don't know.
46
And I took
seconds.
a
Yes,
pack of
indeed.
Thermal Club.
46 fucking seconds.
We
I also
could
have
do-
fat fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could. Yeah.
For the G3s, we could do fastest to get the plastic shield off.
Oh God, I hate that.
That's
I'm gonna end
better
up
than I
breaking
want to
something.
go with.
How
the G3.
about fastest to take apart?
We could do like a compact Mac of some kind because those are. Pretty
I don't think
generally
Henry has
easy.
one.
They've got a classic.
I don't have a compact Mac.
Darn it! You need to buy one.
Fuck
Traded
off.
my classic.
I have
for,
like
I don't
3
know.
compact Macs.
They're too
more
expensive in the
compact Macs
UK.
than I
They're
ever
about
thought.
100, 250 quid.
I'll send you one of mine.
I got mine free.
Pick your choice.
I know you got
Classic
your-
that's been recapped or SC with a broken floppy drive.
Which one should I get?
No, pick your choice of one of these.
I'm not buying one of them.
No, just pick one.
SE.
I go classic because yours works and mine's broken and
Lame.
I already have a working SE.
Which should I get? A classic or an SE?
Classic too.
SE.
Definitely not a classic. I would say even get a 128K. over
Get an
it. It's
SE
at least a
800K. Or no, get an SE FD or something.
Oh my
SE
fucking
Oh, God.
god.
They're gonna be like 500, aren't they?
No, let's have for fully working Macintosh
Mine's literally
SE.
stuck to the shelf.
It's yellowed, but it comes with a 40 SE, and it also
40
comes with
SE.
a keyboard and mouse for £330.
That's a lot of money. Mine
What
was
even
free.
is the SC?
System expansion.
The 40 SC. What is in a 40 SC?
40 SCSI is a
That's
SCSI
drive.
hard drive.
40 SCSI.
40,
That's a
40 SCSI.
40 megabyte SCSI drive is what that means. Don't get one with a hard drive. Don't get one with the dual drives.
Oh,
Those
the
are
SC
annoying.
stands for SCSI, alright.
Yeah, SC.
Here's
Yeah.
one. Macintosh SE, 1 megabyte of RAM, 800K drive, and 20 SCSI hard disk. 175 quid. No.
It's not bad.
No. Fucking no. He also wants only £5 postage, which means it's going to die in shipping.
No, no. Sometimes people just include the shipping with the item.
Royal Mail second class. Yeah, that thing's going to die if I buy that in postage.
Yeah.
Someone in Australia is selling one, and he wants 1,500 Aussie bucks for it.
That's a lot.
That
Even
translates
for
to
America.
Yeah, I paid like
£827.
I paid like
How about
$140 for this Macintosh SE FDHD in working condition with a working hard drive and everything and 2 megabytes of RAM. So I'd say that anything over like $150 for an SE 800K with like even like a 20 megabytes hard drive is just overkill.
1986 SE Super Drive, 220 quid.
It didn't even. The SE didn't even exist in 1986. That's.
No, I was the
Just
plus.
back 1986. Oh, 1988. This
Oh,
one.
what?
No, 87
This
was
one's
when the
1986.
SE was introduced.
Yeah, it would have at least been 19. And for a SuperDrive model, that would have been like 89 or something like that. 88. Maybe.
This one says he's got a Super Drive. That one said he had a Super. It's 88. This one says rare model circa 1986, but on the back it says 88.
Yeah, the Macintosh SE didn't exist before 1987, so definitely not a Mac. Well, I mean, it probably existed before then.
He was just an idiot who put the title
What the
wrong.
fuck is a radius display?
Oh, that's kind of rare.
Oh, that's
a Radius. Radius made like these cool. They basically just made Mac monitors or monitors for Mac. They made a portrait display. They made a pivot display, which is really cool. It's a display that goes from portrait to landscape by tilting it, which is on my wish list.
Like a
and some
CRT one.
SEs had those cards in them, and they're quite rare.
Yeah, it's got 130 quid. That's actually the best offer I've seen.
Actually, that's not too
That's
bad.
not bad
Even
at
with
all.
the Radius card, which you could get like 70 for if you sold it to me. Actually, don't sell it to me. That's expensive.
Sell it to me.
Poor.
No.
I promise I'll
Just
pay.
send me the listing. I'm interested in seeing it later. But
Should I? It doesn't have any keyboards. Doesn't have any mice.
oh, that's a pain.
Should I bother for because it's got radius in it?
I don't know. Just send me pic. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
I already had a keyboard and mouse, so the keyboard and mouse wasn't really a concern for me when I bought this one, because this one didn't come with any either. It would have been nice, but...
Computer boots displays chessboard pattern.
An SE? Is that an SE30?
Oh, God.
No, it's just a regular SE.
Huh. Neat. That's rare.
Otherwise,
Sorry
appears
about
in
the
good
noise.
condition. Hard disk spins up, speaker beeps, will need attention.
Oh well.
Fuck.
Yeah. That is weird. I've never seen an SE do that. I've seen
like 2
Macintosh
in my
buttons
day.
do them.
But that's it.
But usually it's only SEF or SE30s and classics that do that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what my classic does.
SEs do that rarely.
Yeah.
No, I mean technically every does that when it initializes the RAM, but usually that's before the CRT is even warmed up. So.
So what could that
'Cause, like,
be? If it's an SE with a checkerboard.
Could be RAM. Could be caps. Unlikely. Could be CPU. Could be something. I don't know. It
Okay, so
depends.
RAM's the best bet. CPU is RAM's the RAM's the best case scenario, and the CPU's the worst. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
'Cause
SE just has a bunch of
it's
axial
probably-
capacitors,
yeah.
so they won't leak.
It's probably that the RAM isn't being initialized. Because that's what causes the checkerboard when the RAM is initializing, apparently. According to Tim, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking annoying because that is a circuit card. Fucking circuit card. Radius display. Jesus Christ, I really am. But
Alright.
yeah, it's got a radius card in it, and I wish I could afford. I wish I could buy it, but I'm not doing it with a checkerboard pattern because I've got no experience with repairing these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to move on to the
Also,
last
that's-
topic, or do you want to continue?
Yeah.
For the last one,
I
we're
don't-
already on our last.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's just continue with this one. Why not?
Yeah.
I've got
That's
that
figure I'll just sort of expand on what the whole Henry situation here, but like with the Mac. I'm just gonna say this. It sucks to get into like a new machine that you've never sort of like collected for previously because like for example when I'm doing like compact Macs and stuff like I already have a whole ton of parts and stuff
Oh
to work with
yeah.
these. But when I got to the PowerBook, like I couldn't even use like a standard floppy drive because it had its own, it has its own separate
Yeah.
stuff. So you have to like buy parts.
Yeah, because
It
that's the
sucks.
thing. Because I've seen
Yeah.
people who just buy power books. Like I remember Mr. Apple, who was a
Yeah.
guy on my Discord server, who went quiet for a while, then came back. Now he's gone quiet again. But he bought what was it, 520C, I believe, and he had no installed discs, no parts, no knowledge, no tools. He had nothing to repair and diagnose it, and it was just a headache for him because he was just dumb and he didn't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
And the thing about buying things that are out of what you've already started doing, I mean, my suggestion would just be to get something that's known working, everything works, it's a reliable system,
Yeah.
and then start from there. Because if you buy something stupid and unreliable, then you're likely going to have to spend a lot of money on dumb stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, the thing too that it's sort of I think it's just sort of how we all think. You'll see something like this, a PowerBook, for example, oh, it's only $40, let's buy it. It might be broken, but hey, it's only $40.
Oh my god, I
The
hate people
reality
like that.
is,
Oh,
the
whoa,
reality
it's
is
cheap.
that
I'm gonna
they're
buy it
making
because it's
more money
cheap.
from
Again, if you buy things that are cheap, you're never gonna buy the cooler things in the future.
Yeah.
them.
It's just
$40
dumb.
is still a lot of money towards me though.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
like to really gamble with things
Yeah,
like that.
same here. I don't know. I don't really like to spend over like $20
I do definitely
very
want a
like
PowerBook display
on a given
cable.
thing if I don't have to.
Yeah.
But like with Macs and stuff,
Luke's
usually my
cord
threshold is like
display cable.
$60 for a new Mac.
Hmm. I mean, well, I spent over $100 on it.
Here's an example of something
My
stupidly expensive. It's an Acer Ferrari laptop for $199. It's actually neat. If this was like 30, I'd buy it because it's funny.
Oh yeah.
This is a genuine
know.
Ferrari
I've seen those
computer with the Ferrari logo and everything.
Oh, it's that model.
Yeah.
I like the 3000. That's my only favorite Ferrari.
Buy it now,
Let me show you
250.
something. Do you
overpriced.
really
No.
think a Ferrari is me when I've got photos on this brand?
No, of course
my
not.
wall?
Why would it?
No, I can't see a thing.
Yeah,
Can you really not?
I can.
No, I can't. The screen's all black.
It's a fucking Aston Martin.
I think Luke's computer died.
Oh,
Yeah, they're both Aston Martin. Well, one's a DB9, one's a V8 Vantage. Both with me at the wheel as well.
Fancy.
Yeah, I had good
a
fun doing
DeLorean,
those things, and I
man.
missed them
DeLorean.
big time.
the Dell DeLorean.
I wish.
Acer made that.
I wish I was back with them.
I kind of want to do that.
Any-
Now. I want to find a black computer and stick a DMC sticker on top of it. And the Asus DeLorean edition.
That's actually quite a good idea, to be fair. Right, I
Yeah.
think, shall we go on to our next...
Yeah, let's go to the last topic because we kind of
Yeah.
finished this
'Cause-
one.
oh, hang
Everyone's
on.
Yeah.
bored
The
now with
hardest
their phones.
computer Oh, actually, yeah, the hardest computer I've had to take apart
Oh, yeah.
was none of them.
Ah, Luke's the all-knowing Jedi Master who does it.
Hardest...
He does it with his
Well, I
mind.
don't know
He doesn't
if you
even
know.
use his hand. He just has the screwdriver floated in midair, and he's like,
eMac. I don't like the eMac. I haven't had to take the eMac apart yet, but it sounds like an absolute fucking nightmare.
lovely.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but the Emacs literally weigh more than like freaking
Oh god.
every single Mac
They don't even have a
probably
handle.
combined.
What plebeian.
More than every Mac. No, they're not the heaviest Mac. They're
Wait,
one of them,
fucking
but they're
hell.
not the heaviest.
Oh,
That's
more
for
than
sure.
that.
I'm gonna say the heaviest is probably Molar Mac, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably one of the
Molar Mac
heaviest.
is the heaviest.
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
would
say the
not
Molar Mac.
surprise me.
Power Mac
That or
is
the Anus. The Anus is the other one.
Oh yeah, Apple Network
Apple-
server. That thing's
Apple Network
massive.
server. The Apple Network server. Otherwise,
Oh.
Thing's literally
it's,
giant.
you know,
It's
done
like
back.
quite large. I really that's one of the top of my that's on the top of my wish list, but I'm never gonna get one because first of all they don't ship. I think they were only exclusive to the U.S. and they're extremely rare. And if they do come up, they're like a lot of money. But oh well.
Well, if you become
Yeah.
as successful as some people we know, then
Mhm.
maybe you'll be able to get one.
Maybe.
I have
One
a
day.
lead on one locally, says MacBoy91. Where's locally then?
Oh,
What
lucky.
Apple's that? and possibly for free.
Why are the messages coming in so quick for you? Huh.
Message him in the server, in the Discord server, and see what you can do.
Oh well.
I'd like them
Yeah.
remade, like an
I don't
Epic
actually
remade
have a
deal
bad
for
Mac
free.
to take apart. They're all, in my opinion, quite.
Yeah, because you don't have any of the bad ones. You have the easy, except for the G4. That one sucks.
I had the G3 Snow.
Yeah.
That one was a pain in the ass.
No, the G4 behind you.
Oh, that
I have a.
But I assume
Well,
you've
that
never
one's
taken it
all
apart,
right.
have you?
As far as I know, the G3 Snow is a pain in the ass.
That's like
Like-
equally pain in the ass as this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it is
No.
also it's a worse, bigger pain in the ass.
You keep cutting out right as you're saying something.
It's an even bigger pain in the ass when one of the bottom screws is stripped. Yep, and they're Torx as well, which makes it
I'm
even
about the
worse.
journal or something like that.
They're Torx as well, which is even worse.
Yes.
Pain,
Yeah, I don't know.
regret.
The worst Mac I've had that I own that's, as far as taking apart goes, I haven't had to take apart yet, unless hope to God I don't have to take it apart for a long time, and that is the PowerBook G4 12-inch that I have. Apparently, those things are notoriously difficult to replace the hard drives in and do anything like that.
Hey,
So that's
Enzo's
why I would never
finally
need to do
noticed
that.
Alright, next topic.
Is that all?
Whoops.
I talked
Enzo's
about
finally noticed a little Easter egg that you put in our capture.
What?
The step 476 die.
Ah. Lovely. That took a while. Yeah, anyway, that's not really much else to say.
There was,
Other
I just saw
than-
another one go. Things we sold and regretted.
No, I have the hotkey to changing the banners set to the arrow keys. So when I'm typing something, I'll occasionally forget. So I'll just press the arrow key and it'll automatically do it. I have to change that at some point, but whatever.
Do we not have another topic after this, or is
Yeah,
this
we do. The last topic is things we've sold and regretted. What have we sold and what have we regretted? I know Henry has one. Your iPhone 2G.
Ish.
Reminding you of the good times.
Yeah.
Well,
Dead silence.
I had two 2Gs. One was in shit condition with a cracked screen.
So we
that
smashed
had,
it.
It had faulty touch.
You
and-
didn't smash it, did you? Of course you did, you idiot.
I did.
Why? A 2G.
Alright.
You're better than this.
Why?
Come on. I mean, the G3 is useless and garbage, but seriously, come on.
Yes, I smashed.
Come
it.
on, man. Don't tell me it was the 4GB model.
I think we're
No,
gonna change who we sacrifice after we go off the
It was a 16 gig.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Charlie.
That's the worst one.
But
Do we need to
the-
make a
I
sacrifice?
have
Henry.
then. I had two 2Gs. One was in brilliant condition, but it had broken pins, so you couldn't put the SIM card in, and it wouldn't register, so you couldn't set it up.
Yeah.
Lovely.
One had already been set up, but it also had broken pins, so that was a whole fiasco in itself. But the one that was already set up was in shit condition, but it worked perfectly. So I put that motherboard and battery into the one that looked amazing, and the one that looked amazing also had a very bad battery, so I don't regret that. And then I had one that had absolutely terrible parts. The back was shit, the screen was shit, the motherboard was shit, the battery was shit, so I threw it in water and then ended up smashing it. I had
Lovely.
some fun
See,
with
that's
that.
justifiable somewhat, but it's still, first generation.
I-
iPhone, so
It was fucked. It was dead. It had no good parts on it. The charging port, as far as I know, didn't work either.
My
hey, I don't care what you do with it as long as it's not like rare and it's not. I don't really think it's worth anything if it's like broken and everything. So
I got off
Although I'm
a
sure
50
John
quid
Cena
by a
would-
guy, and I kind of regret
yeah.
I kind of regret selling my Power Mac 8500 because for some reason they go for so much money now, and I only got 85 for mine. And the biggest reason I regret selling it was because it had a G3 upgrade, which is quite desirable and rare nowadays. And the reason why I sold it was originally it was missing some of the drive bezels, and I was like, okay, I might just buy some new ones someday. and then the power button broke, and then I'm like, okay, I don't know where I'm gonna find one of these, and then eventually had to develop this weird graphics issue where the screen would just sort of have a weird refresh rate and would sort of just, so it's weird to explain. I have a video somewhere on my old phone, but yeah, I sold it for $85. I didn't really want it anymore. And yeah, now I don't have it, and I regret that. And then the other thing I regret selling is the Mac Plus. The only reason I regret selling it is because it had a working 800K drive, and I sold it. And I wish I put that drive in my SE before selling it. And it was just stupid. No, whatever.
I actually weirdly regret not. Oh my god, weirdly regret selling my first iPhone 10 because that thing was a complete restoration. That thing that was that was just bare knuckle restoration. But this thing, I almost sold to a person who thought Ruby iBooks existed. For 275 quid, I could have got for this.
Hang on, I said that, didn't I?
Not gonna lie though, a Ruby iBook would be pretty cool.
I thought I said.
It would be cool if it was
I
real.
thought I said I was Ruby iBook.
Flower Power iBook.
Was that Rainbow?
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you, Luke? Flower
Yeah,
Power.
Rainbow.
No, I don't
Flower
think
Power
would be very good.
iBook.
But
Oh, Logan's brother has returned again.
oh, for fuck's sake, we are.
Turn on your mic. We want to hear it go down.
I want to hear. Well, no.
We want to dance to the screams of his brother as he's being spanked.
That's how
I'm pretty
it
sure his
is
brother
twice.
would like it. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, keep going.
Why are you doing it to the iBook? Ew.
I don't.
That makes it worse. It makes you look like you have objectophilia.
It lives in America. In America, it's common.
Oh
But anyway,
god.
I really.
Honestly, I wouldn't sell it. It's kind of a special piece. And I like how it matches your iMac. He's back from beating him. Alright, anyway.
Hate me after I do this.
Logan can't technically qualify for this topic because he hasn't sold anything,
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware.
Neither.
Have you gotten
I
rid of
usually
something that
go
you
by
regret,
the-
or have you regretted not buying something? Oh,
How
I
does
have a
it-
lot for that.
Well, I kind of have a little. It's not really something I chose to get rid of, or even really knew that my parents got rid of, and it wasn't really mine anyway, so I don't really blame them. But basically, my mom has been using Macs forever, pretty much. Her first one that she owned, I believe, was a Centra 650. I actually have the user manual to it somewhere, but I don't know where at this specific moment. But basically, she had a box, like just a normal storage box of like all kinds of software and documentation, and there was even a boxed Apple adjustable keyboard in there with the box numpad and everything. That was the thing I really missed from there. But basically, she gave it to like some donation service or something. Yeah.
And normally they
That
throw
made me
out
kinda
discs because
disappointed.
information.
Right out.
How does that?
But then again, she gave that all away really before I was like actually interested in like vintage Macs. So
I'm really
I guess
nervous that thing's gonna.
It's not. Just get some flex tape and hold it on there.
Fuck off! I'm not flex taping
Flex
that
tape.
plate. I'm not
Flex tape!
flex taping.
I bet if you tried
You
to
can-
tear off the flex
you
tape
can
from the
use some,
iMac, the front bezel would come off with it.
yeah. You can use some of Charlie's Flex Seal if he hasn't eaten it already.
Nope, I haven't because I
Don't
still haven't
need it.
streamed. Fucking hell, Tech and Shad, what's taking you so long?
It's weird to think
Yeah.
that most of the computers in my fucking.
You keep cutting out when you try saying something.
It's weird to think most of the computers are older than I am.
Just like
Yeah.
these.
Wow, same here.
Actually, well, no, except
It's
for the
crazy to
iPhones.
think that computers that I grew up using are now considered like vintage and collectible. It's just kind of strange, like
it
just
is.
how.
What
fast
did I
things
use?
advance.
I never grew up using Macs.
I never grew up using a computer.
Kind of was the
I mean, I
opposite.
did.
I did.
I grew up using this sucker right here. This was actually my real daily driver computer. It's all about 2015 actually, and then I switched to PC. But
I daily drove
I remember
PCs for
How
a
did you have a
while.
daily driver until 2015?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
What
I
year
had
was
the
it?
email.
What year?
He wasn't probably wasn't doing anything
yeah,
demanding on it.
2005 PowerBook 2.4.
2005.
Hold on one sec. I gotta get my daily driver museum. real quick.
Oh,
Yeah. I actually remember when this thing was still able to like do YouTube and was still like up to date and everything, and could still like
Really?
actually be used as a computer.
Actually, I
Yeah.
used to use I used to use both of these because I had these table next to my bed,
Mhm.
and I used to tilt the
Yeah.
iMac because it could play YouTube. I used to tilt
Yeah.
YouTube. It
Boy, have I got some treasures for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Indeed. Oh my god. I'm just waiting for Charlie to like slip and like just spill those all over the floor.
Jesus Christ!
This is my complete collection of daily drivers.
No, don't say that.
Okay,
Oh
so
my god. Charlie,
this
might
wasn't
wanna use
mine.
those Lex before they cut off your circuit.
This was mine. This was my first true daily driver. Original iPad. Played a lot of Minecraft on this and Clash of
Smash it,
Clans.
smash it, smash it, smash
No,
it.
that's so
No.
sentimental.
Come on.
Stop.
Surface pens for various surfaces. Oh, here's one. Surface Pro 3, absolutely smashed. That one was all,
Isn't it?
yeah, I never liked it too much because I use this like it was a power. I use this like I use my Dell, and when I use it like I use my Dell, it doesn't have any ports. Camera sucks, performance sucks, keyboard sucks. As a tablet, it's actually not bad, but unfortunately, tablet functionality is killed. The keyboard doesn't work and the screen's
What were
cracked.
you talking about earlier? A certain Surface tablet that you were going to use for music.
Oh yeah, that was the Surface Book, which is the laptop one, which is in the other room, and I don't want to get it. And I never daily drove that. This I never daily drove. This I did daily drive. This was my first Dell daily driver. So what is this? A Latitude E6500 without the keyboard. Keyboard randomly stopped working, so I ripped it off and
One
smashed
model
it.
newer than mine.
Hmm?
I have the E6400.
Ha! What a loser! And mine's got mine's got the better battery as well. The one that just pops out of the back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck off.
It's got like an extra 2 hours in there. This was the one before that. This was a Toshiba Satellite something something. This one, I don't know why. I retired this one because I didn't like it too
How
much.
old were you when you first got your first daily driver laptop?
12.
Actually, no. I was about to say Nathan.
And then this one I never daily drove either. But yeah, that's
What is
my...
that?
Why do you have a
What is
bunch of
that?
really old computers in your daily driving category?
Because those I daily drove. Oh no, this is just a pile of laptops that I have. Some of them were daily driven, some of them weren't. This one wasn't. The only reason this one wasn't daily driven was because it never worked. I think it has GPU issues. And it's also missing the bottom bits.
Where's your 06?
Oh, that's in the closet. That one I also daily drove, but I don't
So-
feel like getting it
I don't
out.
want that one.
Charlie.
What?
I want to see if my.
Where is
heat
it
gun
again?
will
It's
fit.
in my closet. Make an Aaron joke and I fucking strangle you to death.
I didn't make an Aaron
You
joke.
I don't care about
Rename that
closet
to the Mac.
jokes.
Charlie, you said
I
you had
don't
two
think we have to-
surfaces.
Yeah.
One of them's a Surface Pro 3, and then what was the other?
Surface
Surface?
Pro 3 and the other one was a Surface Book 1, which was my dad's for a while, and he just recently gave it to me because he stopped using it.
Oh,
I know.
Replace it with the Surface laptop.
And now it's broken.
I would love to get a Surface one
I
day.
plan to get the Surface RT, the 2012 one. I don't know whether to get it in.
I might just use this instead of the Surface, honestly. This is just an
Yeah.
iPad 4th
iPad?
gen? Or 5th gen, I don't remember.
Has it got lightning?
Yes.
Has it got Touch ID?
No.
Then it's a 4th.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah,
the
we
one
have
with
that-
the... You know this one. You know, the one with
I
the
have a
flip
second
cover.
Yeah, that's a
Old
4th
home
gen.
button.
This might be a 3rd gen.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I believe that's the exact iPad
That's a
that we
good
have.
boy.
I'm
No,
not entirely sure.
third gen had 30 pin, gen had lightning.
And this is an older
Yeah,
boy.
that's-
Yeah,
then that's it.
3rd
This
gen.
is like
So the 4th
very
gen was the only
old.
one. So the 4th gen
God,
was the only
this
one
thing's
to have both
disgusting.
lightning and Touch ID,
Oh,
or
the
well,
first gen
lightning,
iPad.
lightning, and no
I've got
Touch ID,
like
right?
5 of those things,
Yeah.
Then it's a 4th gen.
but I want to get rid
That's
of
what I
them.
thought too. I always thought.
God, an iPad without a
Uh,
camera seems so bizarre.
They flipping hate
Yeah.
me. They
The
take up
iPad
so
Mini
much room in
breaks.
my
The
collection, I
iPad
don't
Mini breaks that one. First and second, both no Touch ID.
Yeah. I was gonna say because
What actually
My whole
was
iPad.
the first Apple product with lightning?
iPhone 5.
5.
Was it really?
Yeah, the
I think
5.
so.
Yeah.
I remember my dad
This is probably
arguing
the
about it. He was
biggest
like, ugh, oh, they put a new port on and I have to change all my things. And then like a day later, he's like, oh my god, Lightning is so good. It's so small and so fast. And now today he's like, what? They still have Lightning? What the hell? No, because he complains to me sometimes and he's like, why is one side USB-C and the other side Lightning? Wouldn't it just be easier if they were both USB-C? And then he's like, USB-C is so much faster and better. And yeah, I agree with him, but it's Apple. He doesn't understand that. And I don't know why he switched to iPhone, but he just did.
Here's what I find funny, because people right now are like, why are we still using Lightning? But in like, when they finally announced that they're switching to USB, it's like, then they're going to be the exact same way they were with
Why did they change from Lightning?
Oh my god.
Because people find a way to complain about literally everything. Think of anything people will complain about.
Oh, we had Lightning for so many years, why can't we just stick with it?
Exactly.
You know?
What does he actually think of his 12 then?
He actually really likes it now. He likes the size, and he's always bragging about how cool it is. And he likes the color, and he doesn't use any of the gestures. He doesn't even know about Spotlight search. You know, the one where he doesn't even know about this.
Oh yeah.
Because whenever he's like, how do I find an app? How do I find this particular app? I just go like this, and he's like, whoa, how'd you do that? He's like a typical dad. And then he's like, how do you turn on your hotspot? And I'm like, oh yeah, you just go like, whoop, hotspot enabled.
I don't know anything about iOS 14. I treat it like every iOS. I don't know how.
iOS 14 is identical, but widgets.
I have no idea how to.
I'm not upgrading this thing past the original OS because I don't feel like it. Unless they fix the time lapse issue. Because here, let me do a live demonstration of this infuriating thing. Because look right now. Look, so okay, it moves fine. You can see now. But if I start time lapse, if it'll even do it. But after a while, it'll start to get. Is it doing it?
Gosh. What's that ugly face in the phone screen? I'm just kidding.
Gay.
It's probably my face now.
Yeah. Alright.
It's all three of us. Thank you very much, Arswipe.
Nice.
Okay, well, the point of the joke.
Oh great! Now Logan's camera stopped working.
Well, I think we're gonna end it off for tonight. Not really too much else to say.
No.
Yeah.
Although I think we could go on for hours. Just
Yeah.
random.
We'll go on for
Probably
hours in the
could,
Discord
and I'm
server.
sure we probably have in the past. Like I remember one time we went till like 5 or 6, I think, my time. We went like an hour over.
I remember when I was on Macyak, when I was on the stream, it got kind of late, and this was before I used to stay up late a lot. And I'm like, okay, maybe tonight they'll cut it a bit short. And then for some reason, it was the longest episode of Macyak ever, going 2 hours and 30 minutes. The one episode I wanted them to shorten, and it was 2 hours and 30 minutes. Can you believe that? That was time.
Yeah.
It is
If we get to
11:25.
100th episode, we do a 24-hour live stream.
One day.
Oh,
When I don't have a life.
yeah. That would probably just be me like freaking snoring.
It'd be Logan
For the
just sitting
100th
there like...
episode, I think that's actually not a bad idea.
No, if we did a 24-hour live stream, it'd be Logan just sitting there like this with a blanket.
Yeah, but then, yeah.
It'd be me sitting there. It would be me sitting there. It'd be my
Sorry.
cat snoring on top of me. It would be the cat snoring on top of the cat on top of me, and then it would be like my legs falling off from like the loss of circulation, and then it would be everybody else just like.
Me, Charlie, and Luke could be the only ones left awake considering our time zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Well, actually, no. It'd probably be the opposite because I have an earlier.
No,
time
because
zone,
we'd have
yeah,
gone
so-
to sleep at the start of the stream and woken up at the finish.
oh yeah.
I see. I see.
Well,
So-
I guess that'll kind of conclude it for tonight's episode of Apple Talk. Logan's now a host. You'll be seeing him forever from now on. If you like him, that's awesome. If you don't
Sorry,
like him,
guys.
fuck off. We
Sorry,
don't
the
really
end
have
of
too
the
much else to
thing.
say.
This
Huh?
is the end of season 1 of
Yeah, end
Apple
of season
Talk.
1. You won't be seeing us for another 3 weeks.
No, they won't be seeing us until 2000. So if you're watching this in
21
that
maybe?
year, then hopefully things with COVID have gotten better. If they have,
I've heard some places say that they're already rolling out vaccines by next week.
Oh
So
yeah, they're
who
rolling
knows?
out vaccines.
That's gonna be sick. No more No more goddamn quarantine. I can actually go outside without a mask. That'll be
I'm not
awesome.
allowed to go outside because I'm still isolating.
Dr. Brown, whatever
yeah.
you do not time travel to 2020.
Yep. All right,
I
so
could have given the headphone advisory there.
yeah, so if you did enjoy that, if you do enjoy Apple Talk, please do consider subscribing. We stream mostly every week. We'll be back in 3 weeks. Logan's now a host.
3
We're gonna put his
weeks
links
is
in the description.
fucking Boxing Day.
Who cares?
I do.
Then watch it during the stream.
Yes.
Should we just say we'll be back in 2021? It makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
No, next time we stream is gonna be January 2nd.
Yeah, that's 5 weeks, not 3. Sorry. No, it's 4. Not
No,
3.
it is 3.
Oh.
From now, at least. Wait, you gotta prove him
No,
wrong.
it's 4 from now. 3 from now is.
Oh no, you are right. It is 4. No, wait. Yeah, it is. Fuck.
So yeah.
All right, 4 weeks then. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that'll do it for this season of Apple Talk. Again, join our Discord in the
final
description
message.
below.
Join.
Well,
If
I'm gonna be on
Apple
voice chat
Talk- If
later.
Apple Talk streams tonight, we will do a 24-hour stream.
Oh yeah,
The reason
yeah.
I'm
Come
saying
on,
that-
come on, Mac and
Yeah.
Chat. If you
reason I'm
stream
saying that is
if you
because
stream
I'm-
tonight, I will eat flex glue. Luke will simp for something. We'll
I will
stream for 24 hours.
We'll
We're
see
literally
the
giving you
24-hour
all the
and
motivation
moving
you
it.
need to stream.
Wait,
Do
wait,
it.
wait,
Just
wait,
do
wait,
it.
wait.
We want to
Let's
see
get-
you stream
Oh my
because
God.
we
Let's
like
get
to make
this-
fun
let's
of you.
get this organised. If they stream tonight, I'll smash the. Charlie will eat flex glue. Luke will simp to something, and what will Logan do?
Logan will set his house on fire, and we'll do a 24-hour
No,
live stream
not that,
while he
not
shows
that.
his house burning.
Okay, I know what I'm saying.
Logan will piss on
No,
his
I probably shouldn't say on stream. Here's what we'll do.
Just think of something. How about slaughter your brother on camera? Actually, I think he'd enjoy that. No, let his brother slaughter him.
I know. I
Turn
will
him
play
into roast
Fortnite.
beef.
I will play Fortnite for the entire stream.
Oh God.
And I will
Do
probably-
it.
I will
Do
probably
it.
drop
Do
down.
it. Do it. Do
I
it.
will.
That's a
as
good
everybody
one.
knows, I
That's
absolutely
just
love
as bad as
Fortnite,
torture.
So, yeah,
Fortnite,
it's
Fortnite.
basically going to be 24 hours of torture.
Pretty much. So, if you are feeling up to the challenge, Alex,
Do it,
then
please.
we'll do it.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks everyone for watching this season. If you did enjoy, again, join Discord, like, subscribe, check out all our channels. Links in the description below. And yeah,
2021.
see you all in 2021. Later, losers. Bye bye.
But you know what's funny? Here's what's funny.
Nothing's
They're probably not
funny.
gonna stream, or they're probably gonna stream now because
Line
we
up
said we're
the
gonna do that.
season.